On September 21st, on the eve of the United Nations General Assembly, a collection of world leaders, national security experts, and private citizens came together for the first ever Concordia Summit on global extremism. Heritage sat down with a few of these experts to discuss the importance of maintaining a strong defense and the impact the Supercommittee's decisions may have on our national security.
Well, if you believe in government at all, the reason it was formed was for a common defense. That's why we have government. Government's first responsibility is to defend its citizens. And I think as you make budget cuts and all of that, that should always be the first responsibility. So if you're cutting into the means for a government to defend its people, then you're cutting beyond what you should.
You know, when you look, if you're worried about the economy, go back and look at the impact of a 9/11 type attack. We across multiple administrations have done tremendous things to secure this country. Bin Laden is dead, and the threat is diminished but not gone. And now is the time to finish that threat. Americans must understand that the reason for defense is to ensure that you don't suffer a 9/11 type attack. We lost trillions of dollars from our economy. It threw us into a tailspin in the wake of 9/11, and we don't ever want to see that happen again, least of all now at a time of economic hardship.
Well, I'm concerned because none of us have seen them yet, and it's a question of priorities. I'm not saying we're underspending in national security. I think there's waste there. I think there's things that can be cut, but there's also bone and sinew and things that are important for keeping the American people safe. And I hope the committee is intelligent enough and knowledgeable enough to make those distinctions.
You know, Secretary Gates was a real team player. He went in, he looked at the defense budget, and he made the first set of cuts to the tune of $400 million. Secretary Panetta has come in and already expressed concerns about additional cuts. Look, I was there with President Bush. It was post the Cold War and post 9/11, and we spent 8 years rebuilding both the military and intelligence and national security apparatus. The threat hasn't gone away. It is much diminished, but it is by no means gone, and the world expects America's engagement, and the United States has got to retain that ability. And so it is inconceivable to me that we could get to a point where the Supercommittee could not reach a decision and permit the undermining of our military and national security capability. We just can't let that happen.